Okay, it's a quick video from myself, Harvey Goldman. No cuts, no edits, no filters, and no hair. As you can see from the knackered sunglasses, it's another glorious day, another industrial estate in Devon, and another video. So, for today's video, I guess it's a harsh reality. The UK has a growing two-tier system. So, essentially, when I was a child, and I was a child at one point, mid 80s, there was definitely a three-tier system. It was definitely working class, myself, my family, middle class, those were the jowly kids that went to private schools, and then upper class. And that was basically the generational wealth types with tweed patches on their hunting jackets, that kind of thing. So what's happened? So we know that the middle class is 100% being eroded. We've now got basically rich and poor, and that's it. That's literally all there is. Social inequality is the highest it's probably been in decades, maybe even since the war, and that's a scary thing. There are huge wealth gaps. The wealth gap is bigger than ever. Basically, the top 10% of the UK earners hold over 60% of the country's wealth. So just think about that for a second. That is incredible. The bottom 50% basically struggle to survive. And that, again, is incredible. Basic services now cater to the rich. Things like healthcare, NHS with its wait times are so bad that the wealthy, they just go private. They can sidestep the catastrophe that is the NHS. For most people, that's not an option. Housing, for example, first-time buyers are now mostly upper or middle class, or what was the upper or middle class, because they can afford the deposits, whereas working class can't. Transport, trains are obviously massively expensive. Even buses are expensive, and running a car in the city, forget about it. You've got ULEZ charges, you've got congestion, you've got parking fees as much as £10 an hour in London. It's mental, absolutely mental. So therefore, things like internal flights become a luxury, and who can afford them? The rich. Government policies basically keep this divide growing. We're being divided. It feels purposeful. It feels deliberate. It feels like there's a grander plan that most of us are not privy to. Tax loopholes are basically created, or at least sustained, for the rich by the rich. And this is versus imposing high taxes on self-employed people that are just trying to better themselves and feed their families. Universal credit and benefits are basically failing to support the people that need them. And we know that Rachel from accounts is taking those away as well. You know, it's mental. It's absolutely mental. It feels a bit like 1984. So is there any hope for the average person? I mean, my answer is to basically break out of this system. And I've got my 3 to 5 year plan that I started about 3 months ago. I can't really say how far along with it I've got. It's only been 3 months. I've made inroads, though, into inquiring about different countries to move to, found out what the requirements are, what I need to provide, what the drawbacks are for some of them. So it's in progress. It's a plan. And that's what you need. You need a plan. If you've not got a plan, you're going to be stuck and you'll stay stuck. We need more community support. We need new and improved working strategies. And most of all, we need alternative financial tactics. We need a way that the people that are on the lowest incomes can afford to buy a home, can afford to invest money, to grow wealth. Most importantly, can afford to have a life and not feel like they're working to survive, but that they're working to actually live rather than living to work. What's your experience of this? I know 100% I'm not the only one. I'm also very much aware that because of some of the private work that I've now recently taken on, my position is not as bad as many out there. and I'm definitely not ignorant to that. So let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on this? Where do we go from here? How do we get out? What are the answers? Yeah, let's hear it. YouTube's going to put another video there. Obviously, check it out. You might like it. Like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell, all that jazz. And I'm going to go off and get a sunburnt head. Goldman, peace out.